Well, hello there. My name is Sometimes Heather and I play Elder Scrolls Online. Last time, I showed you my BloodBlade and today, I wanted to talk about cosmetics. I get a lot of questions about my character's looks and therefore, I'm making a video on their styles. So, Rianmiel Rose, my main, lives in Bloody Reverie together with cats. They're everywhere and I have set them on unique paths around the house, just for funsies. Let's head on upstairs into the library. I think that might be a good spot to go through our cosmetics, starting from the hair. I have chosen the pulled back curl cluster for Riley's hairdo. This is a base game hairstyle, so you can choose this when making your character. This is also a part of the hairstyles bundle, which you can purchase from the crown store for a few crowns. That's an excellent deal, by the way. For 1,000 crowns, you get all the base game hairstyles and can change your hair anywhere, everywhere with no additional cost. I used the Eyebriar Jammed tattoo for Riley's head marking. This is really subtle on a vampire, but if you slap this on an ordinary character, the contrast is much greater. This marking is a part of the Barbaric Beauty Pack, which includes 5 unique cosmetics. I love these items, especially the half mask. From facial hair, I chose Oracle Eyes. Many of my roses rock the same eyes. I think it's a curse that kinda sorta runs in the family, much like vampirism. Our major adornment is the Blood Sign Razor Guard. This item has a chance to drop from Nightfall crates. I got mine for 1,000 Seals of Endeavor and could not be happier. The Razor Guard looks amazing. It's almost like an additional weapon on my vampires. So cool. For our minor adornment, I went with pretty basic earrings. Magicka ear clasps had a chance to drop from Sigic Vault crown crates. I have no memory of how I got mine. I think there was a sample crate which was, unlike most crates I've met, generous. I use a lot of costumes with Riley, but I'll just pick out a few favorites. The Buoyant Gentility ensemble was available for purchase through the Crown Store and also through the Sigic Vault crates. I really like this outfit. It looks like something a Dunmer might wear for a stroll around Vivec City. Another one of my favorites is the very first outfit I bought, Holiday in Balmora. I love the long boots and the corset. I kinda wish I could pull this off in real life. I also love the Summit Lord silken ropes. This outfit has been available in multiple ways. You've been able to buy it for crowns, it's dropped from Reaper's Harvest crown crates, and it's been available for free as a part of a costume pack, a reward for those who've completed the Defender of Orsinium achievement in Hrothgar. I have dyed mine white and crimson to match Riley's palette. I rarely use body markings, but I did choose one for Riley. Smoke Swirl arm tattoos marking is a part of the base game. I think smoke as it swirls in the air is really beautiful, and I wanted to give Riley some of that beauty. Rianmiel's personality is Telvanni Magister. This is a reward for completing the zone story in Vardenfell. All personalities change some emotes, and so does Telvanni Magister. Juggle Flame is my absolute favorite. The little dance is hypnotic, and sometimes amidst it all, Rianmiel does a fail and utters a single word. Damn. Hearing that for the first time was such a shock. I didn't expect my character to speak. Speaking of emotes, all of my characters have an idle emote, something I use when I'm away from keyboard. Riley's is this one, Slumber Glow the Great. This emote was available through Hidden Kindred crown crates, and I used Seals of Endeavor to get mine. I love the way this makes my characters look protected when I abandon them for real life. Let's head on outside to take a look at the rest. I recently purchased a furnishing pack, and it came complete with a Blood Knight target dummy. I felt it looked perfect here, although getting rid of 6 million hit points is not my favorite pastime. So, I've used a few skill styles to customize Rianmiel. I have Purple Killer's Blade. This came from the free skill style pack back in 24. I also have Miramore Blade Cloak. This is seriously cool. This one came from the Scribing for All Golden Pursuit. Let's admire it for a bit, wow. And I also have forgotten to switch to my Purple Entropy, let's do that now. This skill style is a reward for completing the Tomes of Life Beyond Death achievement. As mentioned, I rarely use mounts with my vampires, since sprinting is so much more immersive. Each of my roses does have a favorite pony though. Rianmiel likes this white lion, which was available as a lock-in reward in 2022. This is a really cool mount with no special effects. I think it goes really well with Riley's aesthetics. The Impresario was restocked with a cool new pet for the most recent Mayhem event. It was so cool I, a dedicated PvEer, ventured into PvP areas in hopes of gathering enough tickets. I managed and gave this brand spanking new Roseblood bat to Riley. It's so unbearably cute I can't remember how to breathe. Like most of my roses, Rianmiel uses the Recall of Outer Darkness customized action. This is available through Dark Brotherhood Crown Crates. I got mine for 8,000 Seals of Endeavor. I love this recall mostly because it's so intrusive. I have 2 outfits for Rianmiel. Main characters get special treatment, I guess. For the first one, I've used Sapiarch style, apart from the belt. Sapiarch style drops from daily reward covers in Somerset. A dip of red made this style look really unique, don't you think? For our second outfit, I used Mystic Icichic Kairos. This style is a reward for completing the Crystal Tower quest in Somerset. I paired this with Apostle Gloves and Sash. Apostle style drops from daily reward covers in the Clockwork City. For our main swords, I used Dark Brotherhood style. This drops from Sacrament dailies. I thought this is fitting since Rianmiel is the first one of my characters to become Silencer and the only one who actually works for the Dark Brotherhood. Our backup swords got Pyandanian style. This drops from wet gummy sacks in Somerset, you know those dodgy looking things you sometimes get while fishing. These swords look amazing, I love the curved shapes. And then, colors. Originally, Rianmiel wore white, full stop. I picked the polished steel grey for her. This is unlocked as you complete the Master of Refinement achievement, which basically just requires you to refine materials at crafting stations. As I remade Riley into BloodBlade, I added a lick of red. I used Cracklon Crimson, which you can get by unlocking the lower Cracklon Master Explorer achievement. I placed the crimson in the middle channel, and I think that ties the look together beautifully. Let's end with a quick look at Riley's room aboard my Fair Winds. I have given all of my roses a unique cabin here, and you can check out all of them for yourself in home tours if you happen to play on PC EU Mecha servers. As Riley is my main, I have decorated with more intent. I've given her a hobby and keepsakes from our adventures. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Next time, I thought we might let Copilot do my work again. I've asked it to create a necromancer vampire, and the results were intriguing. We'll take a look at AI's Bloodmancer next week. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all later.